What if you could catch bugs before they ever reach production? That is the power of API testing. Hey everyone, Pooja here. So what exactly is API testing? It's a way to make sure that your application's most critical layer, the APIs, are working exactly as expected. APIs are the backbone to many modern softwares, everything from mobile apps to your favorite websites. They connect so many different services and they handle business logic. API testing is about validating those connections, making sure your data flows correctly, your error handling is solid, and your performance is on point. Instead of just testing the front end, you're testing the actual communication between systems. Whether you're a manual tester, a developer, an automation engineer, mastering API testing means catching issues earlier, developing features faster, and making sure that you have a rock-solid user experience. Chapter 1. What do you actually need to get started with API testing? Let's break down having a solid API testing plan into 3 steps. These steps apply whether you're manual testing, using tools like Postman, or automating your scripts using CI/CD. Step number 1, understanding your API's requirements. Before you test anything, you need to understand what your API's requirements are. This might sound obvious, but a lot of the issues with testing start from not having enough clarity from the start. You should ask yourself, what is the purpose of this API? How is it supposed to function? And what should the results look like? Who's using this API? Is it the front end or is it any third-party service? And where does this API fit into the broader application workflow? Step number 2, know your API's inputs and your API's outputs. Once you know what your API is supposed to do, it's time to break it down into what your inputs are and what are your outputs. This is where categorization really helps, especially when you're dealing with dozens and dozens of endpoints. You can have endpoint-specific tests, which means grouping endpoints by specific paths or resource types. So for example, all of your product or your user endpoints can fit in a similar place. You can have your happy path test, which is your this works scenario. These are all of your tests that have the correct data and expect the same API response output. And then you can group them even by negative tests. For example, when you expect errors or negative responses, these are all really specific on seeing how your API performs to negative scenarios as well. This structure not only makes testing more manageable, but it helps you uncover all of your testing gaps. Finally, step 3. What should you actually test for? Here's a list to keep in mind. First, you have your API's functionality. These are your functional tests. Is the API doing exactly what it's supposed to? Then there's data validation. Does it accept valid inputs and reject invalid ones? Then you have error handling. Does it return the right error codes and the right error messaging? There's security. Are your tokens and your authentication handled properly? Can you access any data that it shouldn't? You have your performance tests. How fast are your responses? Can your API handle all the load under stress? Then you have your edge case testing. What happens when you push your API's boundaries? Like, for example, you give it some extremely large payloads or flood it with lots of requests. Then you have contract testing. Does your API consistently adhere to its schema and specification? Like, for example, OpenAPI or Swagger documentations. This actually helps catch breaking changes early. How well does this API interact with other services and components in your system? And then finally, you have regression testing. Are all of your previous features working exactly as they expected if you submit some sort of change? By combining these types of tests, along with the 3 categories that we discussed earlier, happy path, endpoint-specific, negative path tests, you can build a reliable API testing strategy which can give your team confidence every time you release new features. The key takeaway here is that API testing isn't about just throwing some data at an endpoint and hoping for a 200 OK. It's about being intentional. It's about understanding what your API is, what it does, what kind of data is returned, and how it performs under pressure. A solid testing plan is key, and it helps you build confidence in your APIs.